Hello, everybody. It's Miss Winfield here, ready for this afternoon's Wonder lesson. Okay, and we are going to be doing some art. Now, I'm so excited for this half term because it is filled with lots and lots of art, and I can't wait to have lots and lots of fun with it with you. So, what are we going to do today? We are going to explore the artist Jackson Pollock. Okay, that's his name. He's an artist. That means he did art for a living. Like I'm a teacher, he was an artist. Okay, and his name is Jackson Pollock. My turn. Jackson Pollock. Your turn. Fabulous. We've got a Jackson in year one, haven't we? So if we forget his name, we can think about Jackson. And how are we going to do it? Well, this lesson, we are going to be reading and researching together. And why? So that we can begin to develop our understanding of the artist and his artwork. So let's have a look. This is a photograph of Jackson Pollock, and Jackson Pollock was a famous American artist. Okay, it says was because he's sadly died now, but his work is still very famous. So he was a famous American artist, and he was famous for his very unique artistic style. So unique, that just means different. Okay, so we are all unique, we are all different, we all look different, we sound different, we like different things. Okay, so Jackson Pollock was famous for his unique artistic style. So he was a painter, but he didn't just use a paintbrush and some paper. Okay, he used various different things, which we will explore a little bit more next lesson, okay? Because today's lesson is all about reading and researching together, so I don't want to tell you too much, okay? And he was known for that unique style because he was different. So I want you to have a look at some of his work just now. And what do you think makes it unique? What makes it different? I've already given you a bit of a clue. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, so this is a piece of his artwork. And at first you might think, oh, well, that just looks like a bit of a mess or, you know, a bit of a splodge. But if you look carefully, you can see lots and lots of detail. And this must have taken quite a long time. But do you think he just sat with his paintbrush and did he paint all of those lines? Did the paintbrush touch the paper? Did he even use a paintbrush? Is that paper? Is it bigger than paper? Have a think. What makes these pieces of art unique? Let's look at the next one. Well, I was just looking at this one thinking, oh, that looks like a bit of a splodge there. It doesn't look like he's actually touched the paper or the canvas with his paintbrush. It looks to me like he might have sort of flicked it. Who knows? So his work was unique because of the different tools that he used. Okay, so by tools, a paintbrush is a tool. Okay, if you're painting with a sponge is a tool. If you're painting with a pen, like you might dip your pen in some paint and flick it. You could even paint with a toothbrush. You could dip your bristles in it and flick it, but I would suggest getting a new toothbrush if that's the one you use to do your teeth. Okay, so the tool is just what you use. What's a tool? What you use. Okay, so he used different tools to paint with, not just paintbrushes and paper. So have a look at this piece of art then. And you're going to wear your yellow Explain It glasses. Let's pop them on. There we go, I've got mine on. And we are going to have a look at his artwork. What tools do you think he might have used? And why do you think that? So if I just zoom in a little bit, okay, looking at this piece here, what tools do you think he used and why do you think that? I think he might have used a big stick and I think he dipped the stick in the paint and then did lots of flicking and lots of twirling around with it and things like that. And I think that because this is where I'm using my Explain It glasses and I'm explaining why, I think that because I can see lots of sort of fine lines where it looks like the paint has been thrown. And these splodges look like that's where the paint has hit the canvas and then sort of sprayed out from there. So that's why I think that. What do you think he used? He could have used anything. Okay, you could use a knife, a fork, a spoon. You could use a tree branch, a skipping rope, anything if you can use as a tool. So, what do you think he used and why? Okay, so hopefully you've been talking to your grown-ups and your relatives at home, and if you're in school, you've been chatting to your friends, chatting to Miss Khan and Miss Mellard about what you think that the artist used. And that leads us on really nicely to your activity, okay? Because at the moment, we've just got predictions. And a prediction is something that we sort of, I suppose a prediction is what we think might happen, but I suppose we've got predictions, we've got ideas, okay? Maybe ideas was a better word. We've got ideas of what he used, but we don't actually know. So, this is where we're going to read and research together, okay? And I would like you to research 5 facts about Jackson Pollock. These facts might be about his life as an artist, okay, or about his artwork. Now, if there's a fact that says Jackson Pollock loves to eat fish and chips, that's lovely, but it's not really related to his art, okay? So let's try and really dig deep and dive into the art side of things. So you might want to research on your iPad or on your tablet, you might want to research what was his most famous piece, or what tools did he use to paint with? Where did he paint? You know, what did he move around the world? Was he part of any sort of big artistic movements? Okay. As an artist, you might want to think, you know, what's his style? Who was he inspired by? Okay, so there are lots and lots of things. And if you just type in Jackson Pollock into Google, you would get lots and lots and lots of answers. So, like I say, let's separate the what he had for dinner, okay, and things like that from the information about him as an artist. And let's see if you can come up with 5 facts. Okay, it might be based on what colours he used or what materials, what tools. There's lots and lots of things. Okay, so my first fact about Jackson Pollock might be he had a very unique, he was famous for his unique painting style. That is a fact. A fact just means that it's true. Okay, so that is my first fact that I found when I was researching about him. It said he was famous for his unique painting style. Okay, so I wonder if you can find 5 facts. Now, you don't have to write the facts down. You can if you want to, okay, but you might just say your facts. Okay, you might have done some research and you might ask your grown up to video you reading those facts. Okay, so I wonder if you can come up with 5 facts about Jackson Pollock and his life as an artist or about his artwork. Okay, submit it onto Evidence Me. Like I say, however you're going to do it, whether you write it down, whether you draw it, and those drawings remind you of what you're going to say. Okay, you might present it, you might ask your grown up to film you saying it. There are lots of ways that you can do it. So I can't wait to see all of your facts. And yeah, happy researching, and I'll see you all soon.